Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here planning for the week of February 16th through the 22nd. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner, and for this week I am also using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts called Pink Babe. This is a deluxe kit on matte vinyl. This is the first time I'm using it. So this page is full boxes, obviously. This is the bottom washi and date covers, lots of good pinks, which I always think of February as being pink. Some glittery boxes, some functional things, full box checklists, 4 more full boxes and some functional things, glitter headers, little things and stuff like that. And then this page is washi strips and non-glitter headers. So my plan is to use to do today little things here. I plan to use, if I can find the right page, I'm going to use the date dots and the date covers and the bottom washi. And I'm going to put all of that stuff down, and then I will be back so we can do the interesting bits. All right, here's where we are at so far. I think it's looking pretty good. Not everything is perfectly straight, but I did my best, so we're just gonna go with it. Looking at the full boxes, I have these 4 and then these 9, I think, cover all my full boxes. So I think I want to skip this one because it's the bottom washi. So I feel like it makes more sense to not include that one. I kind of think I want to use the 2 cats. They definitely go together. And then let's see. Maybe the 2 sets of like feather-like things. So that's 4. And then I kind of want to say maybe these 2 for flowers, so that's 6. And then I was thinking maybe this dream and the old ways won't open new doors might be good fits as the 2 kind of like not matching but kind of matching boxes. So I think I'm going to put this one up here. Like so. And then I was going to put this dream one over here. I know I've been doing a lot just through the middle this year, but I don't know. I'm liking how it's looking, so I'm just going to keep going with it. There we go. I think the florals need to be split up. Let's do the cat florals in the middle. I don't have like a particular reason for picking which one goes where, but I think that's totally fine. They're kind of interchangeable. They're both reasonably well centered, all that stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. There we go. Then I think we'll do the 2 feathery things. I think I'm going to put this one on Tuesday. I think it just splits up the shades of pink a little bit better. You're welcome to think I'm crazy. I won't be offended. All right. Nope, that's very not straight. Let's see if we can make it be a little better. There we go. All right, and then the 2 florals. I guess we'll split this way. There's one. And then here is the other one. All right. I think that's a pretty good start. Moving on to the sidebar. I have this one. I have this one. I have this one. This page. I think that should cover all the things I need. we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm starting out at the top with it this week. I think I'm going to leave a little white space. Just kind of like how that looks sometimes. There we go. And then I think I want to use this more pink habit tracker, I think. It's a little more white space than I sometimes leave, but I don't mind how it looks, so we're just going to go with it. And then I have a weekly box. There we go. Again, kind of a lot of white space, but I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just recentering the habit tracker a little bit. And then, oh, I didn't put like a dinner's header above it or something. I could pick this back up, I guess. All right, a dinner's header. And then leave this space here. And then I think I am going to use this little half box down here. I didn't totally line it up down here, but I think that's fine. So that leaves me this little space, which I think that's a bit big. Maybe there's like a little thing I could put in here. Yeah, what if I just go with that? I'm going to use this little thing. And I'll just mark that this is the Olympics still. I think that'll work pretty well for the week. So that's looking pretty good. Sorry, I just hit my light. Moving on to the daily plans. I always use these guys, and then another one from here for work. So I'm just going to keep following that pattern because I feel like it works pretty well. So I'm just going to stick one of these down. Let's see. Maybe I'll use this one next. I'm just going to fill in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now before I forget. There we go. And then also on Monday, I'm going to use a little plan with me guy. There we go. Do I want to squeeze in the takeout garbage? I think no. It's definitely a squish with this format. So I think I'm going to skip that one. Otherwise on Monday, I don't know what's going on. I'll probably end up using one of these checklists if I had to guess for some activities. Not really sure though, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Tuesday, we probably have curling, but I don't want to assume that we have curling because the schedule's not out yet. So I am just going to leave that one blank for now. And then Wednesday, I currently have nothing significant planned. Moving into the second half of the week, I'm going to use up this last little box right here for work. So that does finish this page, which is great. And then I think I'm going to use another one of these pink ones, like so. For Friday, Thursday is another, probably have curling, but don't know. Need to figure that out still, based on the schedule. And then Friday, I do have a video going up. I think I could use, I'll use this little thing with the alarm clock. I believe this is going to be my March kits. By the time you see this video, you will know what it is, because it'll already be up. And then over the weekends, not really sure what's going on. Could be really busy, could have literally nothing happening. It just really depends on kind of how the week goes and the weather and all of that stuff. So for now, I think I'm going to leave us here with the pre-planning, very bare bones this week. But I'm sure it's going to be cute when we're done. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here is the finished spread. I think it turned out super cute. I really just used the kit as much as possible and got to probably the most pink spread I've had all of February. In my mind, February is pink, if that's helpful for anyone. I do still have a good amount of the kit left. I have some boxes, glitter headers and little things, functional stuff, washi strips, headers, and little boxes. This page is done. I have one full box, some date dots, and some things here, full box checklists, and then 4 more full boxes here. So I do still probably have enough for another spread. We'll see what happens in that regard when I use it, things like that. But for now, it's just gonna go into my leftover stash and I will use it at some point in the future. But looking at the week, that was all I really used. It was a busy week for sure. Also some time spent watching the Olympics, which was super nice. A mixture of seeing things live in the background while doing other things, and then also some replays later in the day. We had Lunar New Year and Mardi Gras here on Tuesday. And then over the weekend, got a bunch of errands done, home chores, things like that. So I think that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me. Let's mix it up like a leopard or jaguar emoji, just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You'll see in progress and finished spreads, as well as bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.